We're talking about mail-in voting again. New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew is backing the president's attack on mail-in voting.
Other times, people who were passed away. These are real people. I spoke to large numbers of them.
That's what he said, right? He's spoken to dead people about voting? Huh. Okay.
I see dead people.
Should probably be a top-of-fold headline if we're now speaking to dead people. Elon Musk has had trouble selling Cybertrucks, but this could be a new market. The Air Force would like to test missiles on them. They say future enemies may utilize the Cybertruck in war. I got news for you. I'm highly doubtful of that. Reddit forums for people who are in love with Chat GPT bots filled with people upset about version 5, which they say does not have the same emotional resonance as previous iterations. That's a very sad sentence to write. Apparently, people are falling in love with their bots and believing that they are sentient, which they are not, at least not yet. Scientists in China working on a robot that will carry your baby to term. You know, it's been a while, but I seem to recall babies in jars in the book Brave New World. A scientist is joining insurance adjusters in the U.S. government in their explanation about the Bermuda Triangle. Essentially, they say that tricky weather and heavy air and boat traffic lead them to essentially conclude that on a per capita basis, the number of incidents over the decades is not at all out of line with what might be expected. Well, that's a boring explanation. Today is Stress Eating in England. A Michelin star chef named Alice Ouston teamed with a UK cat food maker to design a burger whose patty is panko breaded and seared cat food. And people say, hey, that's pretty good.
This is the Catkin Clock Burger. Dare to try?
I've never eaten cat food before.
I think he likes it.
It's delicious. It's tasty.
It's good. I wouldn't expect this to be cat food.
It's a little mushy, but flavor-wise, actually not too bad.
Excellent.
It's not too bad.
It doesn't taste like cat food.
It tastes like a burger.
Well, the way food prices are going, we're all going to need creative ways to prepare cat food. Anyway, with the cat food patty, she added creamy ricotta, Parmesan cheese, a lemon spread, lettuce, sun-dried tomatoes, cucumber, and a drizzle of hot honey with smoky bacon jam on a ciabatta bun. Why is it that we have to put hot honey on everything? Is it? No. Leave that off. Maybe I'll try it. Well, that concoction isn't going to help people keep the weight off, and certainly not your cat. Obese doggies and kitties, a problem, I realize. And coming in the next 3 years, they say, Ozempic for pets. Will they get Ozempic face? I should hope not. Well, this can't be good. Reading for pleasure has declined 40% in the last 20 years. When did the first iPhone come out? 18 years ago. Ding! A woman has gone viral on TikTok claiming evidence that Walmart is hiding price increases in clearance tags. When she peeled off the clearance price, a lower price found beneath. No comment from Walmart thus far. Maybe it was just a mistake. Gone viral, the latest sex trend, hamstering. I'm not explaining it here. Ask ChatGPT or something. Now, I will say that somebody's going to get closed up in a sunroof or burned laying on top of a hot car or something. Seems dangerous. Got viral West Palm Beach. A model, a photographer, and another person rented an Airbnb in a luxury apartment complex for a fashion shoot. That's when they were confronted by this woman.
Excuse me, they were outside of my home. I don't know where they're from.
We're going back to the room now.
They're going to the room and they're staying in the room and they're not going to whore and pimp her. They're not going to pimp the whore. Cheap whore. They rent their room, not my common elements. Pimp, whore.
You can't be cordial though?
No.
Why not?
Because you're trespassing.
Just because we are.
Where are you from? Exactly?
St. Louis, Missouri.
You're not from Florida, are you?
Nope.
Exactly. Maybe in Missouri you've been carrying on as you do, but not in Florida. Pimp.
Model Paulina sharing the video on her TikTok. It's been a bonanza as this particular series of videos viewed millions of times. And that whole thing makes me think of 2022 and the mayor of Hudson, Ohio.
Additionally, if you open this up to ice fishing, while on the surface it sounds good, then what happens next year? Does someone come back and say, I want an ice shanty on Hudson Springs Park for X amount of time? And if you then allow ice fishing with shanties, then that leads to another problem, prostitution. And now you got the police chief and the police department involved.
See, you can never be too vigilant when it comes to prostitution, right? Kennewick, Washington, a 21-year-old woman pulled over for reckless driving. She was going 74 in a 25. Good Lord. She told cops she was on her way to pay a different ticket for reckless driving. Elgin, Iowa, lots of questions on this one. A 31-year-old man arrested for lying in a ditch pretending to be drunk. He was actually charged with simulated public intoxication, which I did not realize was a thing. At least it is there. The article does not say whether he was hiding in the ditch from someone or just getting his jollies, pretending to be drunk. I don't know. This seems ridiculous. I mean, who cares if he wants to be in a ditch pretending to be drunk? Muncie, Indiana, a 38-year-old man facing charges for buying a used car with a stack of movie prop money. The victim, a seller on Facebook Marketplace, said it was dark out when they made the transaction, so he couldn't see that the money was fake. The scammer was found a short time later. Not to be outdone, Sandy, Utah, a 41-year-old man accused of using a fake check to buy a Range Rover and then outfitting that vehicle with bogus diplomatic plates. Petaluma, California, 2 women sought to carjack a vehicle at gunpoint, finding out the car was a manual. Instead of running away, they forced the driver to drive them where they wanted to go. Police found the man's wife by the side of the road bleeding. They got a good description and were soon giving chase. The kidnapped driver pulled over, and thank God the 2 women didn't shoot him. They tried to escape on foot, but were caught there. Finally, Boise. You've at least heard the name David Koz, I'm sure. He's an acclaimed jazz performer. He and his band were stuck in a full plane the other day in a travel nightmare. Their flight from St. Louis to Seattle diverted to Idaho for some reason. Flight attendant noted that they had horns and asked if they might play something. And boy, did they, ripping through Stevie Wonder's You Haven't Done Nothing. David Koz and band. See, normally in these situations, it's, some person with no talent warbling and, abusing a guitar, or some little kid singing music from Frozen, which is, of course, torture. But in this case, that ain't bad right there. That ain't bad if you got to be stuck on an airplane. All right, we'll chat again tomorrow. Make it a great day.